What if the reason you are not losing weight is not because you are lazy, not because your body is broken, but because you are making a few small mistakes every single day without even realizing it? You may be eating healthy, walking more, skipping meals, cutting carbs, and still watching the scale refuse to move. That can feel frustrating, but today that changes. Sam Waterling, and in this video I'm going to show you the hidden weight loss mistakes that quietly keep your body stuck and the simple changes that can finally help you see progress. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to stop doing, what to start doing, and how to make weight loss feel more natural, sustainable, and far less confusing. Because weight loss is not about starving yourself. It is not about punishing workouts. It is about understanding what your body needs and avoiding the habits that are working against you. Introduction. Many people believe weight loss is only about eating less and exercising more. But the truth is more complicated than that. Your sleep, stress, portion sizes, drinks, protein intake, daily movement, and even the way you think about dieting can all affect your results. The good news is that you do not need to change everything overnight. You only need to identify the mistakes that are holding you back and correct them one by one. Let's begin. One of the most common reasons people struggle to lose weight is not because they are eating unhealthy food all the time. In fact, many people are choosing foods that are considered healthy, nutritious, and good for the body. They may eat nuts, avocados, olive oil, peanut butter, granola, yogurt, smoothies, dried fruit, whole grain bread, or homemade meals. These foods can absolutely be part of a healthy lifestyle. However, healthy foods can still slow down weight loss when the portions become too large. The important thing to understand is that healthy does not always mean low in calories. Your body still responds to the total amount of energy you consume. If you regularly eat more calories than your body needs, even from nutritious foods, weight loss can become difficult. This is why someone may feel confused and say, "But I eat healthy, so why am I not losing weight?" The answer may be hidden in the amount they are eating rather than the type of food. Take nuts as an example. Nuts contain healthy fats, protein, vitamins, and minerals. They can be a great snack. But a small handful is very different from eating several handfuls while watching television or working on your phone. Because nuts are small, it is easy to keep eating them without noticing how much you have had. The same is true for peanut butter. One spoonful can fit easily into a balanced diet, but several large spoonfuls can add a lot more calories than expected. Olive oil is another healthy food that can become a problem when used without measuring. It is often added to salads, vegetables, pasta, or cooking because it is good for the heart. But pouring oil directly from the bottle can quickly turn one serving into 3 or 4 servings. A person may believe they are eating a light salad, but the dressing, cheese, avocado, nuts, and oil may make that salad much higher in calories than a regular meal. Smoothies can also be misleading. A smoothie made with fruit, milk, yogurt, honey, peanut butter, oats, and protein powder may sound very healthy. But when all these ingredients are blended together, it can contain more calories than a full breakfast or lunch. Because liquids are often less filling than solid meals, you may drink a large smoothie and still feel hungry soon afterward. Portion awareness does not mean you need to become afraid of food or measure every bite forever. It simply means paying attention. Use a smaller plate, serve food into a bowl instead of eating from the packet, measure high-calorie foods for a few weeks, and slow down while eating. Learn what a realistic portion looks like for foods you enjoy. You do not need to remove healthy foods from your diet. You need to use them in amounts that support your goals, keep you satisfied, and fit into your daily routine. Protein is one of the most important nutrients for anyone trying to lose weight, control hunger, and reduce cravings. Many people focus only on cutting calories, avoiding carbohydrates, or skipping meals, but they forget to ask one simple question: am I eating enough protein? When protein is missing from meals, hunger often returns quickly. You may eat breakfast in the morning, feel satisfied for a short time, and then suddenly find yourself looking for biscuits, chips, sweets, or another snack before lunchtime. Protein helps your body feel fuller for longer because it takes more time to digest than many highly processed foods. A breakfast made mostly of sugary cereal, white toast, pastries, or sweet drinks may give you quick energy, but that energy can disappear fast. Your blood sugar may rise and fall, leaving you tired, hungry, and craving something sweet. Adding protein can make that meal much more satisfying and stable. For example, instead of having only toast with jam, you could add eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, or a protein-rich spread. Instead of having only fruit for breakfast, you could pair it with yogurt, milk, nuts in a measured portion, or eggs. The goal is not to remove every carbohydrate from your plate. Carbohydrates can be part of a healthy diet. The goal is to combine them with protein so your meal keeps you full and gives your body steady energy. Protein is also important because it helps protect muscle while you are losing weight. When people lose weight very quickly by eating too little, they may lose muscle along with body fat. Muscle is valuable because it helps you stay strong, active, and capable in daily life. It also supports your metabolism. Eating enough protein, along with regular movement and strength-based exercise when appropriate, can help your body hold on to more muscle while you work toward fat loss. Another reason protein is helpful is that it can reduce mindless snacking. Many cravings are not always about a lack of willpower. Sometimes your body is simply not getting enough filling food during the day. If lunch is only a small salad with no protein, you may feel hungry again very soon. Then when you get home in the evening, you may be extremely hungry and more likely to overeat. A balanced lunch with chicken, fish, eggs, lentils, beans, tofu, yogurt, or lean meat can help prevent that intense hunger later. Protein does not have to be expensive, complicated, or boring. Eggs are a simple option. Lentils and beans are affordable and filling. Chicken, fish, tuna, yogurt, milk, cottage cheese, tofu, and lean meats can all work well. Even a simple meal like eggs with vegetables, yogurt with fruit, lentils with rice, chicken with salad, or beans with whole grain bread can provide a useful amount of protein. Try to include a protein source at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even snacks when possible. Before eating, look at your plate and ask yourself where the protein is. This small habit can make meals more filling, reduce the urge to snack, and help you feel more in control of your appetite throughout the day. Sugary drinks and creamy beverages are one of the easiest ways to consume extra calories without realizing it. Many people pay close attention to what they eat on their plate, but they forget to look at what they drink throughout the day. A person may choose a healthy breakfast, eat a light lunch, and avoid fried foods, yet still struggle to lose weight because of sweet tea, soft drinks, fruit juice, flavored coffee, milkshakes, energy drinks, or creamy cafe-style beverages. The problem is that liquid calories often do not make you feel as full as solid food. If you eat a meal with the same number of calories as a sweet drink, your body is more likely to notice the meal and feel satisfied. But when you drink those calories, you may still feel hungry afterward and eat your normal meal as well. This means the drink becomes extra energy on top of your regular food rather than replacing it. A simple cup of tea or coffee can become much higher in calories when sugar, flavored syrup, cream, condensed milk, whipped topping, or sweetened milk is added. 1 spoon of sugar may not seem like much, but several cups a day can add up. If you drink sweet tea in the morning, a soft drink with lunch, a flavored coffee in the afternoon, and juice in the evening, those drinks can quietly become a large part of your daily calorie intake. Fruit juice is another drink that can be confusing. Many people believe juice is always healthy because it comes from fruit. Fruit contains vitamins and can be a nutritious choice, but juice is different from eating whole fruit. When fruit is juiced, much of the filling fiber is removed. It becomes easy to drink the sugar from several oranges, apples, or mangoes in only a few minutes. Eating whole fruit usually keeps you fuller because you chew it, digest it more slowly, and get the benefit of fiber. Smoothies can also contain hidden calories, especially when they include large amounts of fruit, sweetened yogurt, honey, dates, peanut butter, full-fat milk, ice cream, or flavored protein powders. A smoothie can be useful as a meal when it is planned carefully, but it can also become a high-calorie drink that does not satisfy hunger for very long. The same is true for milkshakes, lassi with added sugar, creamy iced coffee, and bottled drinks that appear healthy because of their packaging. You do not need to give up every drink you enjoy. The key is awareness and balance. Start by noticing how often you drink calories during the day. Read labels when possible. Reduce sugar slowly, choose smaller sizes, and avoid adding extra syrups or cream. If you enjoy tea or coffee, try using less sugar over time so your taste buds can adjust. Choose water more often, especially between meals. Sparkling water, unsweetened tea, black coffee, or water with lemon, cucumber, or mint can be refreshing alternatives. Keeping a water bottle nearby can make it easier to drink water regularly. Sometimes people think they are hungry when they are actually thirsty, so drinking water before reaching for a snack can be helpful. Replacing just one sugary drink each day with water or an unsweetened option can reduce a surprising number of calories over a week without making you feel like you are following a strict diet. Skipping meals may seem like a simple way to lose weight. Many people think that if they avoid breakfast, eat very little at lunch, or go many hours without food, they will automatically consume fewer calories. Sometimes this may happen for a short period, but for many people, skipping meals creates a stronger problem later in the day. The body becomes extremely hungry, energy levels drop, cravings become more intense, and it becomes much harder to make calm, balanced food choices. When you skip a meal, your body does not simply forget that it needs food. Hunger often builds quietly in the background. At first, you may feel fine because you are busy, working, studying, or drinking coffee. But as the hours pass, your concentration may decrease, your mood may change, and your body may begin to look for quick energy. This is when sugary foods, fried snacks, biscuits, chips, bread, and large portions become much more tempting. By the time dinner arrives, you may be so hungry that you eat very quickly. You may take larger servings than usual, go back for seconds, or continue eating even after you are physically full. This is not always a lack of discipline, it is often a natural response to being underfed for too long. When your body feels deprived, it can become harder to stop eating because your brain is focused on finding energy as quickly as possible. Skipping breakfast can be especially difficult for people who become hungry in the late morning or afternoon. A breakfast that contains protein, fiber, and some healthy fats can help create a more stable appetite throughout the day. For example, eggs with vegetables, yogurt with fruit, oats with milk, or beans with whole grain bread can be more satisfying than simply drinking a sweet coffee and waiting until lunch. The goal is not to force yourself to eat a large breakfast if you are not hungry, but to avoid starting the day with nothing and then becoming overly hungry later. Lunch is also important because it can protect you from evening overeating. If lunch is only a small snack or is skipped completely, you may arrive home tired, stressed, and starving. At that point, cooking a balanced meal can feel difficult. You may choose fast food, order something large, or snack while preparing dinner. A proper lunch does not need to be complicated. It can be a bowl of lentils, chicken with vegetables, tuna with salad, rice with beans, yogurt with fruit, or leftovers from dinner. Regular meals can help your body feel more secure and predictable. When you know that food is available at normal times, you may feel less urgency around eating. This can reduce the feeling that you need to eat everything now because you may not eat again for many hours. It can also make it easier to notice when you are comfortably full instead of eating until you feel uncomfortable. This does not mean everyone must eat at exactly the same time or follow the same number of meals. Some people prefer 3 meals while others feel better with 2 meals and a planned snack. What matters is choosing a pattern that prevents extreme hunger and supports steady energy. Build meals around protein, vegetables, fiber-rich carbohydrates, and satisfying foods that you enjoy. Planning simple options ahead of time can make it easier to avoid long gaps without food, especially on busy days when hunger can quickly turn into overeating. Better sleep plays a powerful role in weight management because it affects hunger, cravings, energy, mood, and the choices you make around food. Many people focus only on diet and exercise, but they forget that sleep is also part of a healthy routine. When you do not sleep well, your body and mind often make weight loss feel much harder than it needs to be. After a short or restless night, you may notice that you feel hungrier than usual. You may want sweet foods, salty snacks, fast food, bread, or large portions. This happens because poor sleep can affect the hormones connected to hunger and fullness. Your body may send stronger signals telling you to eat, while the feeling of satisfaction after eating may not be as strong. As a result, you may feel like you need more food even when your body has already had enough. Lack of sleep also reduces energy. When you are tired, simple tasks can feel more difficult. You may not feel like cooking a balanced meal, preparing vegetables, going for a walk, or exercising. Instead, you may choose the fastest option available, such as takeaway food, packaged snacks, sugary drinks, or something high in calories. These choices are understandable when you are exhausted, but when they happen repeatedly, they can make weight loss slower. Sleep can also affect emotional eating. Stress, tiredness, frustration, and low mood can make food feel comforting. After a difficult day and poor sleep, you may reach for snacks not because your body truly needs food, but because you want quick relief or energy. A sweet drink, chocolate, crisps, or a large meal may feel helpful for a few minutes, but it can become part of a cycle where tiredness leads to cravings and cravings lead to overeating. A regular sleep schedule can help your body feel more balanced. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time most days, even on weekends when possible. Your body often responds well to routine. You do not need to make dramatic changes overnight. If you currently sleep very late, start by moving bedtime earlier by 15 or 20 minutes. Small improvements can make a real difference when they are repeated consistently. Creating a calm evening routine can also support better sleep. Reduce bright screens before bed when you can, keep the room dark and comfortable, and avoid large heavy meals immediately before lying down. Caffeine late in the day may make it harder to fall asleep, especially for people who are sensitive to coffee, tea, energy drinks, or cola. Try choosing water or herbal tea later in the evening if caffeine is affecting your sleep. Daily movement can help too. A walk during the day, light stretching, or regular exercise may improve sleep quality for many people. However, intense exercise very close to bedtime can make some people feel more awake, so it can be useful to notice what works best for your body. Managing stress is also important. Writing down tasks for the next day, taking a warm shower, reading something calm, or practicing slow breathing may help your mind settle before sleep. Better sleep does not mean you must achieve perfection every night. Life can be busy, stressful, and unpredictable. The goal is to improve your average sleep over time. When you are better rested, you are more likely to feel in control of your appetite, choose filling meals, move your body, and respond to cravings with more patience and awareness. Daily walking and movement can make a major difference in weight management, even if you do not spend hours in the gym. Many people believe they need intense workouts, heavy sweating, or difficult exercise routines to lose weight. They may join a gym, exercise hard for a few days, and then stop because the routine feels too exhausting or impossible to maintain. The truth is that the movement you do throughout the entire day can be just as important as one planned workout. Your body uses energy not only when you exercise, but also when you walk, stand, clean, cook, climb stairs, shop, carry bags, play with children, move around at work, or do simple tasks at home. These small activities may not feel like exercise, but they add up over time. A person who moves regularly throughout the day may burn more energy than someone who does one intense workout but spends the rest of the day sitting. Walking is one of the simplest forms of movement because it does not require expensive equipment, a gym membership, or advanced fitness skills. You can walk outside, walk around your home, walk in a park, walk while talking on the phone, or walk during a break at work. It can be adjusted to your fitness level. If you are just starting, even 10 minutes can be useful. You do not need to begin with a huge goal that makes you feel discouraged. A short walk after meals can be especially helpful. Walking after breakfast, lunch, or dinner can help you build movement into your daily routine without needing extra time. Instead of sitting immediately after eating, try walking for 10 or 15 minutes. This can support digestion, improve energy, and make movement feel like a normal part of your day rather than a difficult task you must force yourself to do. Daily movement also helps with appetite and mood. When you are inactive for long periods, you may feel tired, stressed, restless, or bored. These feelings can sometimes lead to unnecessary snacking. A walk can give you a break from the kitchen, reduce stress, and help you feel more refreshed. It may not remove every craving, but it can create a moment of space between the craving and the decision to eat. You can increase movement without changing your whole lifestyle. Park a little farther away when possible. Take the stairs instead of the lift. Stand up during phone calls. Walk around your home for a few minutes every hour. Do light cleaning, gardening, or stretching. If you watch television, stand up and move during advertisements or between episodes. These small choices may seem unimportant on their own, but repeated daily, they can become a powerful habit. Workouts are still valuable. Strength training, cycling, swimming, jogging, sports, and fitness classes can improve strength, heart health, confidence, and overall fitness. But workouts should not be treated as the only movement that matters. If you cannot do a hard workout today, you can still take a walk. If you do not have time for the gym, you can still move your body in small ways. The best form of movement is often the one you can repeat consistently. Choose activities that feel realistic, enjoyable, and suitable for your current ability. Put on music, invite a friend or family member, listen to a podcast, or use walking time to clear your mind. A daily walk may seem simple, but simple habits repeated over weeks and months can create meaningful changes in your health, energy, and weight management journey. Sustainable habits are far more powerful than strict diets and short-term motivation, because lasting weight loss is not built on a few perfect days. It is built on the choices you can repeat when life is busy, stressful, emotional, or unpredictable. Many people begin a diet with strong motivation. They decide they will stop eating all sugar, avoid every favorite food, exercise every day, count every calorie, and never make a mistake. For a few days, this may feel exciting, but when the plan is too strict, it often becomes difficult to maintain. A strict diet can make food feel like the enemy. You may start labeling foods as completely good or completely bad. You may feel guilty after eating bread, rice, chocolate, dessert, or a meal with family. This guilt can create an unhealthy cycle. A person may eat one food they believe is forbidden, feel that the diet is ruined, and then overeat because they think they have already failed. But one meal does not destroy progress. One snack does not cancel a healthy week. The problem is not the food itself. The problem is the all or nothing thinking that makes people give up. Sustainable habits allow room for real life. They help you eat nutritious meals most of the time while still enjoying food without fear. Instead of saying, "I can never eat sweets again," you may decide to enjoy a small portion occasionally and return to your normal routine afterward. Instead of removing every carbohydrate, you may choose more filling options, watch portions, and pair them with protein and vegetables. Instead of forcing yourself to do a difficult workout every day, you may choose daily walking and a few realistic exercise sessions each week. Motivation is helpful, but it does not stay the same every day. Some mornings you may feel excited and ready to make healthy choices. Other days you may feel tired, stressed, busy, or discouraged. If your plan only works when you feel highly motivated, it may not last very long. Habits are different because they can continue even when motivation is low. You may not feel excited to drink water, prepare a balanced meal, or take a short walk, but if these actions are part of your routine, they become easier to do without needing a burst of inspiration. Small habits are often easier to maintain than dramatic changes. You might begin by adding vegetables to one meal each day, drinking water before lunch, walking for 10 minutes after dinner, or preparing a protein-rich breakfast. These actions may seem small, but they create evidence that you can trust yourself. Over time, one habit can lead to another. A person who starts walking may begin sleeping better. Better sleep may reduce cravings. Fewer cravings may make it easier to choose balanced meals. It is also important to make your environment support your goals. Keep simple, healthy foods available at home. Prepare meals or snacks in advance when you can. Avoid shopping when extremely hungry. Keep water nearby. Choose a walking route you enjoy. Make the healthier choice easier, not harder. You do not need to rely on willpower every moment of the day when your surroundings already support the routine you want to build. Progress is not about being perfect. There will be celebrations, holidays, restaurant meals, stressful days, and moments when you eat more than planned. Sustainable habits help you return to your routine without punishment, shame, or extreme restriction. The goal is to build a way of living that supports your health for months and years, not a temporary plan that disappears the moment life becomes difficult. You now know that weight loss is not about starving yourself, punishing your body, or following a diet so strict that you cannot enjoy your life. It is about understanding the small habits that may be quietly holding you back. It is about noticing your portions, adding protein to your meals, being careful with sugary drinks, eating regularly, sleeping better, moving more, and choosing a routine you can actually maintain. You do not need to change everything in one day. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to begin. Begin with one healthier meal. Begin with one glass of water instead of a sugary drink. Begin with one short walk after dinner. Begin with one earlier bedtime. Begin with one decision that tells your body, my health matters. Because every small choice is a vote for the person you are becoming. There will be days when the scale does not move. There will be days when you feel tired, busy, stressed, or discouraged. But do not let one difficult day convince you that your progress has disappeared. Your progress is not only measured by a number on the scale. It is measured by the energy you gain. It is measured by the strength you build. It is measured by the confidence you feel when you keep a promise to yourself. The person who succeeds is not the person who never struggles. It is the person who keeps returning to the healthy habits again and again. So stop waiting for the perfect Monday. Stop waiting for the perfect diet. Stop waiting for motivation to arrive. Your new beginning can start with the very next choice you make. You have the power to change your routine. You have the power to take control of your health. And you have the power to become stronger, healthier, and more confident than you were yesterday. Start today. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Your future self is waiting for you.